everyone, this is the Easy Allies podcast. I'm your moderator, Kyle Bossman, and joining us this week, Bradley Ellis.
Juicy!
Michael Huber.
Hey, everybody.
And Michael Damiani.
How's it going?
Nice. So, Damiani, you're in the Jones seat.
Yes, so just so I don't look at other people when I'm talking, and we don't have the microphone problem.
Yes, exactly.
This
You will always be facing this way.
This will avoid it.
You'll be speaking into the
We're
microphone
good.
all night.
Oh, yeah.
We should pose a warning to all listeners and viewers. We are shooting and recording this podcast with no Jones, no Ian. Our production experience is out tonight. And it's just the boys putting this together.
The old boys.
We're holding this together with pillows.
Yeah.
We're not doing live stream quality here. This is supposed to be TV production quality.
I do not
We
have...
don't have experience with that.
I don't.
We got the Saturday Night Live experience. We don't have the HBO experience.
Did you work on SNL? What do you mean? What is this?
I'm making an analogy, Bossman.
Oh, that because most of the stuff you work
SNL
on...
is still good production, but it's live.
Yeah, I
so
got you.
people allow for certain issues, which are live streaming set up. But this is like the HBO. Like people expect it polished.
Yeah.
People expect high
have
production values.
We're on like a Cinemax budget right now.
Yeah, we're at Cinemax,
Sure.
Yeah.
Showtime, old Showtime.
I couldn't print anything out. Normally Jones prints
know
out
what's
everything for us. I got my laptop here tonight. It's gonna be slapdash.
This is making me
kinda
nervous.
like
There's this coffee
The coffee right next to the laptop.
Yeah,
My
the brand new
sinking
laptop.
again.
Put it on the floor next to you.
Put the laptop on the floor?
No, your coffee.
Okay.
I do want to say, though, it's a pleasure to be here with Damiani and Bradley Ellis.
This is a good panel.
Because I'm usually with Blood and you and Jones.
Yeah. It's a good mix,
The
right?
dream team.
Yeah, so
Is
I'm
you
ready.
saying something?
Nice.
I'm excited.
Are you okay?
No, not saying it. It's just fresh perspectives.
Before
Mixing
we
it up.
get into business, we must roll the four-sided die.
Oh yes.
Four? That's
Four.
me, baby. And I'm about to introduce a new rule to the Prove It ticket.
I wanted to say something. I didn't
What?
expect to be on the podcast this soon again.
What's wrong?
The beat 'em ups.
What about it?
Remember, I was like, "Yo, dude, I've been
Oh,
burned."
yeah, you have a list of beat 'em ups.
No. So I don't.
Oh.
So I'm a fraud.
Oh,
The reason, I've been thinking about this all week.
sure.
The reason is that mentally, there just were not a lot of beat 'em ups
Okay.
in a time period.
Yeah.
So I thought I was getting burned by bad beat 'em ups.
Yeah.
To me, there just weren't many.
Okay.
You know, there was like the old D&D one that re-released, and Double Dragon Neon and Scott Pilgrim and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was like a once a year type of thing for me.
Yeah.
Sure. A fraud.
That's all.
So the
I'm
Prove
a
It
fraud.
ticket, the way it works now is if it goes unused throughout an entire episode, it levels up in the next episode.
Oh my god.
The Prove It ticket is now level 2.
What does
And
that
so
mean?
I can use
Whoa,
the Prove It.
retroactively level up 2 because it didn't get used last time?
Yeah. So
That's trash.
We're New Game Plus now, dude.
yeah, exactly.
That's trash.
So
The
I can
rules
either
go into effect now, though.
I
You
could
gotta
ask you
start
to prove
fresh.
I could ask you to prove it or take it back.
Take it back.
Yes.
Right, take it back on this side.
If something offends me, I'm going to hand you the Prove It ticket and say take it back.
Whoa. That's level 2 only?
That's level 2
that's
only.
Pretty harsh.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
New
What's
mechanics.
level 3?
We'll see when we get there.
It's yet to be revealed.
Yet
Wow.
to be revealed.
Needs to be patched in.
Okay.
Wow.
Do you all know my favorite way to start a podcast?
Game
A
announcement.
game announcement.
Yeah. I bet
Yes.
you don't get the one I want.
This is why I'm here.
Wait, Damiani, what's the game announcement you
Go
want?
through yours first.
There's
Oh my
one.
God.
There's one game announcement.
What is
I already
What
know
was
what
it?
his is. It's so obvious.
I don't know
What
what
was
his
yours,
is.
Kyle?
Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, you should all know, as this is a Slapdash podcast, we are recording this before we have seen the trailer, which drops on Thursday. We don't know what this game looks like at this point. We don't know much. We've seen 7 main characters. We know this comes out fall of 2017. We know it's called Red Dead Redemption 2, and we know that this game will lay the foundation for a multiplayer experience for years to come.
Oh.
Which I don't
Yeah,
like the sound
Wait,
of.
what do you mean? What's wrong with that?
GTA Online, dude?
Yeah.
No.
GTA Online.
Not into it.
It's Red Dead Online.
I'm not into it.
They
Why?
have to do it.
So many loading screens, first of all.
Okay.
No, for real though, GTA Online is a grind. It is a slog to play through. You know,
Huber, there are millions of people enjoying that game right now.
I know.
Are they wrong?
Money.
Yeah. Watching, like, being with Jones for when that was a huge thing, GTA Online, and, like, living through his experiences, every single time I saw him playing it, he was playing the same mission because he's like, dude, I gotta get money.
So he's grinding.
He's grinding it out.
Sure.
And I don't know, like, every time I played it too, it just felt lifeless. You know, the open world was like dumbed down graphics wise to compensate for multiplayer.
Really?
There weren't as many people around. It just felt more hollow. So I just never got into it.
And so you're mad when you see them focus on multiplayer with the announcement of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, because GTA 5, you know, I guess it's on me for expecting single player DLC. But to just see GTA 5 constantly updated, all this new stuff, and it's multiplayer only, I felt alienated.
Well, especially after
Yeah.
the Ballad of Gay Tony
Yeah.
and Lost in the Dan.
The best.
Some of the best DLC
Yeah,
of all
ever.
time.
They didn't
Huber,
have-
watch your toes, by the way.
they
That's
didn't have-
coffee right there.
They didn't have story expansions in GTA 5, but they did add updates that weren't just...
Yeah, the PS4,
Educate
of
him,
course.
Damiani. Educate him.
No, the PS4 of the remaster, that's a
Rockstar-
whole different situation.
The editor came out with the PC version,
Yeah.
and then came... Yeah.
Yeah, remaster more like foliage.
I think it's called like the game content editor, content creator. Yeah.
A director mode or something?
Yeah, and there's something called the
Rockstar
content
editor.
creator. You can make your own races, you can make your own, build your own missions and stuff like that.
I want Rockstar to make those missions for me.
Okay, so you
I'm always about that. You know,
Dude.
I'm one of those guys. Like Mario Maker, I never got into. I love it.
Yeah,
Like, oh my god, Kyle, your level 10
Yeah.
out of 10.
all my levels are.
But it's like, just give me those Nintendo levels. That's what I'm paying
Those
for.
Miyamoto levels.
You know,
My levels are better than Miyamoto's.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
Are they?
No.
No, they're
Okay.
Yes.
I have the prove it ticket. I'm like, no. Let's talk about GTA 5 for a second because it's one of the things we can speak to. Do you think GTA 5 is done?
What you mean?
I think
like,
online will go for so long.
They'll keep
Right.
supporting online, but
Beyond the release of Red Dead Redemption 2?
I think, yeah, but just a lot less.
When's that story DLC coming?
It's never.
I
Never.
don't think
Never.
they're doing
Never.
a story deal.
I think it's
Because
still
with
coming.
4, they announced it beforehand. We knew those were coming. They had the Xbox 360 backdoor shady deal, get it ahead of all the consoles. So we knew those were coming. GTA 5, they never said anything about a story DLC. Again, that's on me for just assuming that there would have been one. So I don't think we'll ever get one. I think it's done.
Do you feel that GTA 5 overall, the single player content, was as meaty as GTA 4 plus all its story DLC?
Yeah, I do.
So do you think like maybe they need to release DLC because they put everything that they
You
planned
got those
into
3
that?
playable characters.
It
All
wasn't.
that-
Yeah,
All
it
the
was a
post-game
filet mignon
stuff,
steak.
There was epilogues. Yeah.
There's a lot.
That's
So
a
big-
complete game.
It is.
You
It
can't
is.
spend $60 on GTA 5 and feel like you didn't get your money's worth.
100%.
No, I don't think that's what the argument is about, Bill.
What's it
Really,
about, Brad?
he just wanted more
you want
quality
more?
of GTA 5. No, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm totally fine.
What
I
if
don't
they
care.
release story DLC? You're like, nah, I'm moving on to Red Dead?
What
I mean, I like Red Dead way more than I like GTA, but
Okay.
I'd probably play it. Just
Sure.
one
story
playthrough.
DLC would have delayed Red Dead further?
Aren't they different teams?
They're different teams, Damiani.
Shh.
Alright, fine. Damiani, what do you think about the announcement in the middle of October?
It's Rockstar being Rockstar.
What does that mean?
It's like, yo, all these big game releases coming out. Which Nintendo's supposedly announcing NX some point.
We're not talking about that, by the
We're
way.
just gonna
ready.
we're just gonna drop an image. We're gonna change our logo to red. Look at that. Look at that. Look at social media going
No
nuts.
words. Not a
Nothing.
single word.
Look
Yep.
at us. Look how
Yep.
good we are. Look how respected we are.
What'd they do 2 days later? The next day? What'd they do the
Oh,
next day?
they're like, oh yeah, here's an image. With
What's
some
the image of?
silhouettes. It's like a setting sun setting sun. And it's 7 character silhouettes.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's just like,
it.
and it became like a meme. People started editing and stuff. Rockstar was like, we're geniuses.
They're
Like,
playing
We
in-
don't even
yeah.
have to try anymore. Like anything we churn out just prints money. Take that, Nintendo.
And then what
Shark
happened
cards.
the day after that?
They said, hey, it is Red Dead Redemption 2.
All your theories of our name was wrong.
Drop the information that was a little unsettling for Huber about laying the groundwork for new Wild West experience, but also online.
By the way,
blah.
I think so many people were excited about that. I think that was good news to a lot of people. The online.
Probably. A lot of people love that.
Yeah, some people liked it. I was just giving, shorthand there.
Okay.
And then they said Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern, or 11 a.m. Eastern.
11 a.m. Eastern.
Because 8 a.m. our
8
time.
a.m. Pacific.
Yep.
We will be dropping the trailer. And the internet will crash.
Yes, it will.
Yeah.
It will.
I think they
Explode.
handled this perfectly. How would you say they handled this so far?
Really well. Very short time frame.
Mm-hmm.
It's like everything you're going to need. And then I think I don't really follow how short of a window it is after Rockstar formally announces a game till its release. But it seems like a lot of people are a little surprised about the distance off it is. That's fall 2017. People were expecting like spring of next year at the latest. And then people are like, wow, fall 2017, that's kind of far away for Rockstar to announce this so soon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if that's historically true. I don't want to say, that's totally true.
GTA 5 had a year.
Yeah,
release.
I was like, didn't GTA 5 had a little bit of time?
Yeah.
But I don't know about their other releases. But other than that, it was like, wow, pretty much, perfect. And you have like a year to wait at most.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, every
Oh,
other game.
days.
You're not going to win
Yeah,
fall.
you're done.
Yeah, late.
This will sell like crazy.
Billions.
It's going to go head to head with Final Fantasy VII HD Remake Part 1.
Oh.
HD remake.
Okay, actually, never mind. It'll be number 2.
Because you see what the analyst said? One guy, I forget their name,
Oh boy.
predicted how much this is going to sell based on just like,
Red Dead Redemption 2?
yeah,
Why
based on their
bother?
reaction.
Oh god, come on,
15 million copies.
Please, why do that?
15 million copies.
Oh, this is gonna be a hit. By
I
the
read
way.
a few tweets from
I
some
read
excited
the
fans.
social media buzz and the keywords and
The
my
hashtags.
analytics
I haven't
made
seen
up
the
an
trailer yet.
algorithm
Oh,
that
come on.
says it will sell 15 million copies when it over its lifespan.
The only thing I want to say, the
Go ahead.
reason I came out negative about the multiplayer thing was because it was a focus of the announcement.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It was a
That's-
focus of the announcement.
That's
for
where I'm
sure.
coming from. It's not
Yeah.
like, hey, check out the trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2. It was like, hey, check out the trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2, an epic western with a groundbreaking multiplayer experience.
Yes.
So if it wasn't like the forefront of it, I would have been. I mean,
I get it. No, I
Yeah.
get what you're doing, Hubert.
I'm just a
because
little nervous about.
that's your first impression. I think that'll be
And
washed
It's
away.
because we've been like riding this 3 years of GTA 5 online too. It's been like non-stop for so many years. It's all the internet plays. It's 1 million YouTube videos of check out this crazy shit in GTA.
Look at
It's
this
still-
stunt I did.
yeah, and
like
it'll still
over
get views.
and over and over
Yeah.
every day of my life.
Yeah.
Like I don't want that. I want to be just riding in the West.
It's coming.
I know. Can we do one of your favorite things, Kyle?
What?
Can we theorize?
I don't want to theorize,
I
Hubert.
want to theorize what it's
because
gonna be.
The majority of our audience will watch this after
Oh,
the
yeah,
trailer.
yeah. Okay,
It's
okay.
gonna sound weird when
Okay.
we see the
Yeah,
video.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
hey,
that's right.
confirms the time.
If you want to shoot a bet out there, like we can do that before we move on.
John Marston will be in the trailer.
Nice bet. I like that.
All right.
Lock it in.
Yeah.
Damiani, what is the game announcement you wanted to talk about?
So there was an expansion announced on Friday, this past Friday, for Final Fantasy 14.
Oh my god.
Yeah!
Is it newsworthy? Is this something we should talk about?
Stormblood.
It's a full expansion.
Like a
It's
WoW
called
style
Smug Blood?
expansion.
Smug
It's
Blood,
called
that's
Smug
right.
Blood. Stormblood. like-
Mono drew blood on it for
Yeah.
and everything.
So new expansion.
Okay.
I think the biggest news to come out of it is that they are dropping with the release of it early summer next year. They said it's coming out, so June. They are dropping PlayStation 3 support
About
for
time.
Final Fantasy 14.
That's newsworthy. Okay.
So they announced that it's ending.
Sure.
Got huge cheers from the audience
Wait, why?
because the game has a history of everyone blaming. The in-game joke is when something, a quality of life change is impossible.
Yeah.
People joke it's due to PS3 limitations.
Compromised.
Like, oh, why can't I hold more than 100 items in my inventory and I'm playing on PC for crying out loud?
Yeah.
Like,
Have you played it?
PS3 limitations.
Dude, loading screens everywhere
Loading
in that
screens
game.
for some
Gotcha.
stuff. PS3
So
limitations.
people are theorizing that this new environment might be larger.
Oh,
They
but
said
they pretty
that.
much
They
confirmed
said
like
that.
this is not going to. Not only will PS3 not be able to handle new environments,
Mm-hmm.
they're telling PC users please get a 64-bit operating system because while we support a 32-bit operating system, really should have a 64-bit operating system for, for when the new expansion lands because of how they're pushing the fidelity of the game and the size of the zones.
That's
to be
so
bigger.
weird because we've had 64-bit consoles since '96.
Oh my god.
Similar to Destiny, just did that too. Rise of Iron was current gen only because like some of the environments are bigger than bigger than all.
So the thing that they did do is they're doing something to ease the pain of people. They're obviously not going to provide people a new console or PC for it,
right?
But they thanked their PS3 fan base, just
which is probably still pretty big.
They're
right?
They said about the time the 4.0 lands, the size is getting small enough that enough people have upgraded to PS4 or to a PC over the last 2 years that they feel that this is the time to pull the trigger on killing it. But we wouldn't have gotten to the spot. This game wouldn't have gotten so successful if it wasn't for the early support of our PS3 consumer base. So they're going to run a campaign at some point next year, probably during the launch and slightly after the launch of the new expansion, that PS3 users can get the PS4 version of the game for free. You can just upgrade instantly or digitally.
Oh, that's
for
pretty
free.
cool. Yeah.
So you don't have to rebuy the game, but they're like you still need to buy the console. But,
That's pretty cool, though. I mean, I remember when the consoles were new, the PS4 and the Xbox One, like Battlefield would let you upgrade for a nominal fee.
Well,
and so this thing for free is very nice.
When 14 came to PS4 in February of 2014, I believe, they did a campaign as well, an upgrade campaign. I don't remember if it was free, if it was just like $10 more or something. They did run something because Sony's putting a decent amount of money into this game. I feel like in some capacity, Sony they're like official sponsor for the FanFest. So there's no hard evidence.
Okay, we're getting into theory.
So he answered a question that Naoki Yoshida, the creator producer of the game. He answered a question about NX. Is the game going to come to NX next year? Which is hilarious.
Did he laugh?
Yeah.
So people laughed.
Yeah.
But he reiterated the same answer about what the answer he gave was same thing about Xbox One. That Xbox One is a closed environment. It won't communicate. They don't allow you to openly communicate with other console users.
That's not true anymore.
That's not 100% true, but
anywhere.
It has to be it just has to be by default. There can't be any chance of it ever being closed off by Microsoft for whatever reason.
Okay.
And Sony doesn't they completely offer that. So they're like, hey, if NX doesn't have a closed system with the interfacing with other consoles and PC users, then sure it can be on NX. So the wild conspiracy theory is that they keep saying that about Xbox One and Microsoft because Sony is giving them a little bit such good support and such a good working relationship that they can say the game is a console exclusive to PlayStation 3 and 4 and then PS4 Pro. So they don't want it to ever come out on Xbox One. They're like, just keep saying that. So
Damiani, I don't know if I can let these slide. These conspiracy theories.
It's probably not true.
Hang on, 14 too much.
Thank you for saying it's probably not true because there was about to be a prove it ticket sliding your way.
Yeah, but that's the answer they gave. They said it's simply because Xbox One's environment they do not want segmented player bases with their game. They think the game is so strong because of the community behind it that they can play with anyone at any time that they just don't want to jeopardize that.
Okay.
So
it's a fine excuse.
Yeah.
This podcast is so slapdash that I forgot to do corrections. Begin corrections music, please. These are all gonna have to be off the dome.
The dome?
The mind.
The brain.
Yeah.
Chrome Dome.
Chrome Dome!
Vegeta to Krillin. Hey, Chrome Dome.
What do you want, Chrome Dome?
I just want to beat you! Okay, okay. Oh, this was hilarious.
Wait,
What?
I gotta cut you off, man.
Stop corrections music.
Are we done with Red Dead?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's unacceptable.
Well, Hubert, I just don't want to talk about it too much because people will know more than we do. Most of the people watching this podcast will know more than we do.
You'll have to be on next week.
I gotta hear Brad say something about it, dude.
Brad,
I
what do you
need
wanna
some
say
Red
about
Dead.
I'm literally in the same camp with Huber on it. I want single player focused Red Dead story.
That is what the trailer will be.
Yeah, it'll be that.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little cautious.
That's okay.
But I believe in Rockstar.
Yeah. I don't want to dwell on it because obviously everyone will have seen it already.
Okay. Because to me, it's the biggest announcement of the year.
It absolutely is.
By a
year?
mile.
No.
Yep.
What about Resident Evil 7?
Oof. That comes out next. Oh, I guess Red Dead does. Damn it.
I'm gonna say Red Dead. I'll give Red Dead over Resident Evil.
Yeah,
7.
like my heart, obviously Resident Evil, but like my brain, dude, Rockstar Games, Red Dead Redemption.
Sight unseen, best announcement of the year.
Death
Biggest.
Stranding.
No
See you
way.
in 2019.
The Nintendo
See
NX.
you in 20. That was announced before this year.
Well, we'll see the announcements.
All right.
You know what I mean? We'll see
sorry.
games.
Will we?
We'll see new
Will
new
we?
games announced. Begin corrections music, please. Jones was talking about how you get an unfair advantage in Gears of War, and he walked up and this guy was all gold. That's just a game mode. There's a game mode where the leader of the party is a guy made of gold.
Jones.
So it's not like he had elite loot or anything.
Is he reviewing it too?
Brandon Jones reviewed Gears of War.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
I'm so sad he wasn't here for that
Oh
one.
my god.
Huber, a lot of people called into question your suggestion that people playing Gears early were getting unfair bonuses, because apparently you don't unlock guns.
Okay.
It's
I was
just
mostly
skins, right?
saying Battlefield.
Oh, okay.
That was my main point.
Yep. And so a lot of people actually wanted to make it clear that even with Battlefield, with Gears, with Forza, with Call of Duty, if you're getting the expensive whale versions that let you play early, you're also getting other benefits. So it's not like the entire extra money all goes toward playing the game early. You get other things too. I hear you.
Cool.
But the discussion was about how it affects the people who can't spend that extra money. And that's kind of where I wanted to target it. What else? There was one more correction, I think. I can't remember it.
I was reading
What?
a comment, something about 3D Land, Super Mario.
Oh, I mean, So okay, here's the
I
thing.
missed this. I was sitting here and I did not hear you say anything about 3D Land.
Because Hubert, the person writing the question was talking about 3D platformers and what this person enjoys about it, the exploration, the feel of a 3D platformer, the level design.
Yeah.
Those are not present in 3D World.
You are insane.
You can love 3D World, but
You are insane.
I'd have to pull up the question again, the letter. Those things that this person loves about those 3D platformers of the past are not present in 3D World. 3D World is like, hey, it's a tight little
I would say
platformer.
there is, it's just on a really small scale.
What, I guess.
Champions Road.
What exploration are you doing in Champions Road?
The exploration of trying to find the perfect route to beat the insanity that is that stage.
Listen, it's a very fun video game.
Some of the best ghost houses in Mario history. Some of the best ghost houses.
In Mario history,
Yes.
sure. Yeah, actually, I'll give you
Come
that.
on.
But the best ghost house in Mario history is in Mario 64.
I'm not saying it's better than Mario
the
64.
best ghost
The
house
piano?
in Mario in history is in Mario 64.
Sell me on it right now.
Yeah, it's not just the piano, dude. It's one congruous haunted mansion.
Yeah, it's a 10.
You can explore it
With, like,
down
nothing
there's
in there.
6 shortcuts.
There's like nothing in there.
But there was a
There's
lot
plenty of stuff
at
in
the
there.
time.
You can go on the roof.
Go on the reef?
Go on the roof, dude.
On the roof!
You go into some bird cage. to get
Yoshi's
there?
up there.
Damiani, why are
Yoshi's
you
not
not
up there.
supporting
A
me?
bird cage? What?
Yes,
are
you go
talking
into a
about?
bird cage to get to the ghost mansion.
Oh, to
Yeah.
get to the level.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little weird. Like the boo's guarding it.
Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
like, hey, we need shrink.
Oh, it had
that's so
it had the carousel part at the bottom with like
Yep.
the booze going
Mhm.
up.
Oh,
picture.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
so many, dude,
It had
3D
the-
World, man. It's so good.
There, I mean, there's exploration in 3D World. 'Cause
Yes.
There's secret stuff hidden that you have to go find. Like
Yeah, I
using
just
the
think of this-
cats to climb up to spots.
Cats,
I
And,
just think of-
verticality.
It's got great secrets. I think of that savannah and how bad the pop-in is. That you know what I mean. You finally get it to explore a 3D area.
Hey, man,
Well,
give the
welcome-
Wii U a
welcome
break,
to
alright?
Wii U.
It's doing its best.
Wii U was
Yeah.
popping like
And-
city, son.
Kyle, I know you don't like playing with others. You get to explore with friends.
I want to call it
Jolly.
exploring.
It
That's
really,
not-
it was a lot of fun.
It's
I would
not
call that.
It was a lot of fun.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World. End correction music, please.
Oh, it's still available. That was the correction.
You forgot.
Oh, that you can
It's
go to.
still
You can go to
available.
GameStop.
Yes.
Cool.
Wait, what?
You can go to GameStop and apparently buy a code for
Oh,
Scott Pilgrim
okay.
versus the World.
Cool.
Cool game.
Yeah, that is the only way we know of to get that game right now, though.
Oh, because it got
Unlisted.
removed from
Yep.
downloading. You can't buy it direct. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Feels
But
bad.
apparently they're trying to get the licenses back. They're
Oh,
actively
cool.
trying to get it
So
back.
glad I still have
Yep.
that game.
Here's the weird thing. We've stepped into some sort of anomaly. This is the strangest thing in the world. There is not one person in our audience who likes The Princess Bride more than Shrek. This has happened for 3 weeks in a row.
What?
Yeah. Damiani, it is crazy.
It's insane.
Wait, say
So
it one more time. I heard
everyone
what you
likes
said.
Shrek more than Princess Bride, and they're adamant about it. Every
like-
single comment,
I like-
basically like half the comments these days are about this.
All
Yeah.
like all our viewers
All of our
or
viewers.
people on the
Yeah.
panel.
all of the viewers, Damiani. And so here's what I'm asking you to do. Yeah, please ask maybe your family and friends. Like, I get it. All of you are really angry that you like Shrek more, and fine. But please try to find someone, at least one person, who likes Princess Bride more than Shrek.
I think it's because Shrek became a meme in the last few years.
Is that what this is
It's an
about?
internet meme.
Did you all buy into the memes?
It's clearly
The
people
4chan.
have a vendetta against Andre the Giant.
Is that also what
Like
this is about?
non-wrestling fans
That's
out
not
there.
right.
Hogan.
Yeah, some
Hogan.
Hogan. A lot
It's
of
Hogan.
Hogan fans
Wasn't
out there.
Andre the Giant truly a good guy, too?
Amazing.
Yeah, he's
guy.
probably a jolly dude.
That's not right, audience.
Only heard stories of how nice he was. One time he fell asleep, like in public, and they couldn't move him because he's so big. So they had to make sure.
He's like a Miyazaki movie cartoon character.
Yeah, they had to make sure that like he wouldn't fall asleep like when he went out to like
That's
drink
cool.
and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
One more news story that I want to do. I'm not even going to pull it up. Another one off the dome. Slapdash. We don't talk about MPDs very much because they're not as exciting as they once were. However, there's something happening right now that needs to be addressed.
What's that?
The Xbox.
Xbox One has outsold the PlayStation 4 in the US for 3 months in a row. An unprecedented 3 months in a row.
Oh yeah,
I
because
thought
people
it
are
was
waiting for
4?
PS4 Pro.
3 months. What's up?
Yeah.
It'll change when PS4 Pro lands.
Will it change, Damiani?
Yeah, because people when was the announcement? 2 months ago?
It was last month. It was September.
Beginning of September?
Yeah. I think it was September 15th.
But how long has it been rumored that it was coming out this
The
year?
Pro, a long time.
Yeah, like I think enough people knew that it was supposedly coming out this
Do
year.
you think millions knew?
Around E3 time?
Yeah.
I think so. And when the confirmation that Scorpio wouldn't be coming out till late next year.
I don't know, Damiani.
People that's the people like that's too long. I'm gonna get an Xbox One now. I'm not gonna wait for that crap. Who
I
knows what it's
feel
gonna
like
be?
you're discrediting the success of the One S.
I think it's a good time. They got Gears that just came out, man. They got
Yup.
Forza they got a lot of stuff coming out right now.
And Ultra HD Blu-rays.
Yeah.
That's not why.
Yeah.
Is that not why?
Because no.
Why?
I'll buy the DVD argument.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, Blu-ray playback didn't save PS3 versus HD DVD on 360.
It did.
I think
Oh,
it
it
did.
didn't? PS3 sold like shit at first.
No.
Because
Damiani.
Blu-ray was still new, but eventually when Blu-ray became
That
standard,
was like a nice benefit after the fact. That wasn't like a leading reason for why I was doing that.
I'm
I don't
listening.
think enough people. I don't think the adoption rate of the
Ultra
4K and stuff is like that high yet to make that big of a difference.
it's
I mean,
about to
that's-
be.
I think it's still too. No, it's too soon.
Next
No.
year. Next year it'll be like legit standard.
I mean, Andrew House is saying what Damiani says. Andrew House said, "Hey, we looked at the numbers. People aren't watching Blu-rays; they were streaming."
I mean, that's
why we
not
were
the
streaming.
great
Yeah,
excuse
it's
for
true.
not having that
Streaming.
feature on PlayStation 4 Pro.
Yeah.
But I
You don't think that's why the
can't
1S is selling?
I don't think you can convince me unless you like put some hard numbers in front of me that like showed the trend that like, oh yeah, it's already here, guys. Like the say like we have the data to back it up that it is a serious market force right now. I don't think that.
So I think
These other technologies have not happened. They haven't been adopted that fast. Plus, you have digital stuff that's disrupting everything by the minute. So physical's gonna plateau like at a lower and lower rate as time goes on. Versus because more and more people are just gonna eventually just move to digital only because just like they're tired of. Eventually, they're just gonna cave in and be like, all right, it's fine.
I
digital
never
only."
thought I would be that person, and it's just
At some point, it's
Wait,
going
what's
to
happening
get
to you,
you.
Hubert?
When everything around you is just going to it, eventually you're just going to get so tired of fighting it, you're just be like,
there was a
screw
point.
it.
There was a point like 1.5, 2 years ago where I was like, dude, I'm never getting digital,
Yeah.
physical only. I love my boxes.
you probably said it on this podcast even.
multiple times.
Sure.
In the last like 6 to 8 months, I have purchased a sizable amount of my games digitally. Yeah.
Most of my
my
releases
God.
have been digital PS4 or Steam games. I have more digital PS4 games than physical PS4 games.
Never thought it happened.
Me too.
How much is that Xbox S? 250?
300.
300?
Well, there's different versions. I think there's 2 different versions of it.
I just think it's a perfect storm. You know, again, it's a new console, and like the slim version.
Yeah.
For so many people wait until that new slim comes out. There's that. Like Brad was saying, Forza and Gears.
I'll give
2
you
different
that.
markets there.
Yeah, I'll give you that definitely.
And
Like,
a lot of
this
people
one.
probably already have PS4s. So I was like, oh, now's a good time to
I do think it's a lot of overlap.
pick up that.
I absolutely think it's a ton of overlap.
Everyone's already bought PS4.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people in this country who will buy both and are buying both
Yeah,
currently.
you wait at a certain point to pick up the other one. Yeah.
I
Buy
think
the
the One
PS4,
S...
then wait for the Xbox
Last
One.
generation, I think for a lot of people, is you bought the 360 first, and then you got the PS3.
PS3 later.
By the time Metal Gear Solid 4 came out, you got a PS3.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
me.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Historically speaking, too, I think the One S is a really cool turning point for the Xbox One. It's just finally shed everything that made the Xbox One, I don't know, so undesirable up until this
Its
point.
huge size.
That original
Things an
video.
abomination.
Yep, don't have to worry about Kinect. It's like you need a little converter to make it work.
Man, that one.
my
idiot.
God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Someone
and so it's
tweeted-
cool, I think. Go
Someone
ahead.
tweeted, I think maybe Easy Allies as a whole too, with Play Anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing on PC on a TV, and then
Okay.
right next to him was his wife playing on Xbox, Gears of War co-op. He's
Sure.
like, yo, Play Anywhere. It was just cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I love that.
I don't think you can do both on the same account, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he was able to
So
do
he's-
it because he was using his
He's
PC.
showing crossplay. He's showing
Yeah,
crossplay, not
cross-platform,
playing.
yeah.
Got it. Okay.
I was like, that's so cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's all. Just love to Play Anywhere. I'm into it.
Sure. Absolutely.
I was hating on it when they first announced it at E3. I was like, so am I just going to have a PC now? What's the point of an Xbox? But that image right there was like, okay.
I still stand by it. For me, at least.
What do you stand by?
I don't need an Xbox right now. The only reason I'm keeping my Xbox One is
Okay.
for Rare Replay and Sunset Overdrive. So those are the only two reasons
Those
I
games
have
are out, Brad.
I'm saying, but I can't play them on PC though.
So you're keeping them. You're keeping
Correct.
that thing around in case you ever want to go back to Rare Replay.
Correct.
In case you ever want to go back to
You
Sunset.
get those
Overdrive.
banjo cravings, you know.
I'm loving the banjo,
Yeah.
by the way.
Banjo Kazooie is awesome.
My first ever playthrough. I'm loving that game.
Wait, it's your first time?
Yeah.
First playthrough.
Dude,
Yeah. I just
wow.
turned into the baby alligator.
Cool. Oh, okay.
Oh,
the swamp
God.
level. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
That's
a
good
total
game.
boss win game.
Yeah, it's such a boss.
It
game.
really
You
did.
should
Did you
really
have a
is.
Nintendo 64?
Hard.
Yeah.
I can't wait till
Dude,
you
what
get
a
to the end.
fraud.
He's gonna look
I
back
can't
and he's
even
gonna be
believe
like,
it.
What a fraud.
Super Mario 64 is for plebs.
Like, N64 is Kyle's console, and he never
oh,
had
it
it.
was PlayStation.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is like every time I think of N64 now, I think of Kyle Bossman.
That's so weird.
It is weird.
I mean, I still love my PlayStation games. I still love my Metal Gear Solid.
Kyle's
And my Final
Game
Fantasy
Boy.
9.
Kyle's a handheld Nintendo. That's what I think of.
Ouch.
Game Boy,
Damiani.
Game Boy Advance.
Ow.
Are you
Like,
calling him a
yeah.
pleb?
Because of Pokemon.
Oh,
Because of Pokemon.
ouch.
He's a baby.
He didn't play
Damiani?
Don't play console.
Take it back.
Oh my
Take it back.
Level 2.
Take it back.
Okay, so Kyle is not a handheld Nintendo person.
Thank you. Thank you, Damiani. Wait, hold on a second. Hey, did y'all hear that? Oh, it sounds like it's podcast halftime.
The following are the official sponsors of Easy Allies for the month of October. Michael Kozachenko, Mango, iKeyless. Need a new car key or remote? iKeyless.com has been in the key replacement business since 2002. Check them out today, and they can help save you up to 75% off of the dealership's prices. If you type in offer code EASYA at checkout, you'll get 15% off of your order. Scorn, an atmospheric horror adventure developed by Ebb Software, set in a nightmarish universe of odd forms and somber tapestry. Go to scorn-game.com for more information. Sweet Justice, a sound design company based in England that's worked on Battlefield, Mirror's Edge, and Call of Duty. You can see and hear their work at www.sweetjustice.audio. YoYoTricks.com, a tutorial website for teaching people how to yo-yo. To buy yo-yos and learn how to get started, visit YoYoTricks.com or their YouTube channel. Go to YoYoTricks.com/EasyAllies to get 25% off of their top recommended yo-yo for anyone who's ready to start learning yo-yo tricks. All of these links are available in the description. Thank you to our sponsors.
Masaka!
Oh, that was spooky. That was a spooky podcast halftime. It's time to move on to Love and Respect.
Can we talk about Red Dead?
Okay, we're a little ahead of
I
schedule.
want to talk about Red
We're a
Dead.
little ahead of schedule. What do you want to say?
What do you guys say, Hubert?
I want to say, I hope everyone is ready for the evolution of open world gaming.
Evolution.
Go on.
No,
Explain it.
There's been a lot of open world games lately, and more to come. I think we are in like the open world zeitgeist lately.
It's like when platformers were on NES and Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Now it's open world
Like
games.
open world is
Yeah.
a thing, and Rockstar, that's their wheelhouse. So I'm just so excited because I'm hoping that it like refreshes me and revitalizes me because I have the open world fatigue right now.
Okay.
They're not special. They're not as special as they were.
Definitely
Like
not.
Assassin's Creed, when those games first came out, like for me they were so huge because there weren't as many open world games. So like, okay, yeah, I get to run around this world. Like it's awesome. I love open world, like GTA, but you know, like some crazy assassin back in the day. So I'm hoping that Red Dead 2 just raises the bar yet again.
It's gonna be lost saturation next year too, because we got Horizon
Horizon, Watch Dogs
That's
2.
an RPG.
Watch Dogs 2 is
It's
the end of
open
this
world.
year.
and
Sort
Days
of.
Gone is gonna be
But-
open world.
Most importantly,
What?
the first open world Rockstar game, ground up built.
For next gen,
For
exactly.
next gen
And
consoles.
playing
Great
like
point, Damiani.
playing GTA 5 on
Yeah.
PS3 and then playing the remaster,
Yeah.
like it is insane. The GTA 5 remaster
Yeah.
is better. It like if we made a list right now for the best PlayStation 4 games
Okay.
of all time,
Yeah, let's do
GTA 5 remaster would be on the short list.
Is The Last of Us remastered on your short list?
Yes,
Wow.
absolutely.
Okay.
Like GTA 5 remaster is absolutely insane. It's better than brand new open world games coming out.
Can I ask you something? How often do you go in first person?
Driving a lot.
Okay.
Love first person driving.
That driving sim.
Yeah.
I think I would do first person all the time.
The convertible.
Yeah.
Also love stabbing people in first person.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Big
okay,
fan of that.
What about
on,
a
man.
bat?
Love the bat, especially when they're on the ground dead and you get the stab in. Is really good.
Okay.
A violent giver.
I'm just so pumped.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
yeah.
are pumped.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If you haven't already, check out Jones's live reactions to that trailer. He's going to stream it live, which will be great.
Oh my god.
Because I think that's what everybody wants is Jones's
Yeah,
voice.
they only want Jones.
Look for that video. That's a separate
Yeah.
video. Google it.
Yep.
Okay, it is now finally time for Love and Respect.
Love and respect.
Little crunchy this week, Rufus.
Little crunchy.
Little crunchy, buddy.
Got a cold.
So tired.
I'm so tired. Okay, so reading these off the laptop, a little slapdash. This one struck my interest because it started with greetings from Germany. I picked up PSVR at launch. It was my first VR experience, and it was more impressive than most hardware launches I can remember. To me, it's as big as the jump from 2D to 3D and from cartridges to discs, which means it's pretty monumental. Most fellow members of a popular gaming forum seem to agree. I wonder what you're referring to. Everybody who could stomach it was blown away and surprised. Whether the industry capitalizes on it or if you should invest $400 right now is up for debate, so I can understand reviewers who are cautious recommending it for everybody, but I feel the impressiveness and potential of this new technology has very rarely been conveyed to the enthusiast media over the last few months and years. So my question is, why is there so little excitement around the VR launches, and especially PSVR, which has the best shot at making it popular? Andreas.
Easiest answer ever.
Whoa.
I've been saying it for over a year, dating back to game trailers.
Okay.
You have to use it to get it.
Sure.
I cannot convey through words or hype or anything what it is like, and I cannot show you what it is like. You have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
You have to put the headset on, get in the game, and do it.
And I think that's
To
what they're
fully
I
understand.
think that's what you're seeing on message boards. Is people buying them and they're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, this is insane.
Yeah. But don't you think that you don't hear it from the press very often? Can I tell you something personal? I'll try and kick this off. I'm scared to be too excited about VR. I'm scared to be one of the people who say, "This is gonna be it, everybody. This is the next gen thing," and then be wrong. It sucks to be that guy.
Fair.
Take a shot, dude. What's wrong with being
If
wrong?
you believe in it, then
I
Yeah,
that's
do.
the
That's
problem.
a thing. I believe.
Half-Life
Then
3 is
believe, yeah.
coming out.
Oh boy.
If I'm wrong, so be it.
Damiani, what's up?
Let's see. First, I want to say thank you for revealing where Lucky Palmer has been hiding out these last few months.
Where?
In Germany, apparently. Super enthusiastic, asking why the media isn't covering.
Oh, sure. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I see.
Sorry, I meant like last
Palmer
few weeks.
Lucky.
Palmer Lucky.
You said Lucky
Oh
Palmer.
my god. Yes.
For some reason, Lucky Palmer sounds
Lucky
so
Palmer.
dirty.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
Lucky Palmer.
Yeah, that was a pretty good screw up.
Yeah.
I like that. So corrections, Palmer Lucky.
Palmer Lucky.
Yes. So to kind of riff off on what Kyle said, I think journalists have been around long enough, have seen enough new technology come and go, that ever trying to say, yes, this is the next big thing, and you aren't being like a paid shill, or you're not being used in the marketing promotion for another company,
Yeah.
is a very dangerous thing to say, because one, it could your credibility be shot if it doesn't take off and become the next best thing, and two, it just rarely happens. Look at all the buzz that was around 3D TVs and stuff. Everyone was swearing, "Oh, this is the next big thing." And James Cameron's a visionary master of 3D and stuff. Wow, James Cameron this, James Cameron that. 3D was all I was talked about that CES, and 3D TV is just like whatever now. And like most companies have just backed down, like.
That's
movies still.
I think that's it, man.
Movies still try and do it because it's higher ticket prices.
Yeah.
Enough people are gullible to go see some of them. Not all of them are great. Like the ones that are shot and meant for 3D are usually worth it. The ones that like Disney's post ones,
Kubo.
so bad. Kubo.
Shot in 3D?
I feel like all animated is
I think animated.
Kinda-
Yeah.
It's
Will we
different.
see Jupiter Rising?
Jupiter Ascending.
Jupiter Ascending.
Jupiter
Yes.
Rising.
In
Yep.
3D.
Wachowskis do. They believe in it.
Yeah. But Damiani, I think that's a fair comparison because 3D bombed. We can say that critically. Yeah. Anybody who came on a podcast and said 3D is the future was proven wrong. You could point at that person and say nope.
Yeah.
And so that's the fear I think coming in with VR.
And then part two is there's multiple parts. This second part, real quick, is people already tried VR in the past. Technology just wasn't there.
Yeah.
And it was always like, hey, cool, VR's here. I tried it out. Whoa, neat. And then, oh, cool. Like it's either too expensive. It doesn't fully deliver on everything I like. It's not a Star Trek holodeck. Eventually, it sets in. This is in the holodeck. I can't. There's a limitation to what VR can do.
Yeah.
And you just like, it's not. Whatever. That's what has happened in the past. And to expand upon that, that is like why I'm personally like people have asked me like since I've been on EZA stuff like, Dominic, why aren't you just like so hype on like PSVR or VR in general? You seem like the one who's like one of the most down on and stuff, and I've actually tried it out and stuff, so like I do agree that one way or the other you need to experience it before you can make up your mind on this.
Yeah.
Nothing media out there can really convey what it is to actually use VR, so I will give you that. But at the same time, I think it's still, the cost to jump in is still too high. I still think a lot of people are getting excited about it right now with the release of PSVR and the previous hardware releases. So far, like Vive. Is that officially out for everyone, or is it just...
Vive is officially out.
Okay. It just feels like there's a lot of excitement initially, but I want to see people like 6 months from now or a year from now still being that excited about their VR headsets and stuff. Are game developers still going to be making those experiences for those pieces of hardware that are still compelling? And two, I keep saying two. It also seems like it's still very limiting for developers. Playing a lot of the demos at E3, it was easy to see where the limitations were happening. The RE7 demo, I was like, I'm in a box room right now, like outdoors, because they can't render out the environment very far because it'll like they can't PSVR can't handle.
So it's like Alice in Wonderland and Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh yeah, like those environments. Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Brutal.
So you're not going to see like an expansive open world like game like you're not going to see a GTA 5 in VR right now with like the draw distance like as it is on the PC. It can't do that. The technology's not there.
Yeah.
And then just the simple if to me a lot of the stuff I experienced in VR, while novel, and that's my biggest complaint, is I feel it's a novelty. So many times it's like I just want to hit a button to do this. Why do people think because I can do something like a different way, it's always going to be better?
Because you're holding it in your hand.
It's so great. All I do is want to navigate a menu and hit a button.
Oh, boy, do I wish I still had that Prove It ticket.
Oh, yeah.
But there's stuff in VR you can only get in VR.
Like what?
Batman VR. you are Batman. I've never felt so much like Batman. Even, it is like a very limited experience or whatever, but it's still a different feeling. Like, and we're at the beginning stages of VR. We're at the very beginning where people are just figuring out how stuff works. Think of it will be in years when we have killer apps finally. There is no killer app yet for VR either.
So I should wait. I shouldn't get one yet.
I'm personally waiting.
Okay.
But I totally understand people jumping in because new tech is always exciting, at least to me. But
Hubert, why are you so silent? What's going on with your crossed arms over here?
I'm just thinking about it.
Cool guy.
Go on, tell us what you're thinking.
Well, I'm thinking about, like, there's that cycle of it needs to, like you said, are developers gonna keep making the games for it? If nobody buys it in the beginning, then there's not going to be the sales to drive development.
Yeah.
So there's that whole cycle of like, hope it sells well early.
Yeah.
You know, and that kind of like dictates the market in the future.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy.
I think it's
your
too
game
early.
needs to sell more than 1 million, and there aren't going to be more than 1 million headsets until 2017. It's crazy. It is like the value proposition is crazy. I don't know how it's going to work out.
I'd like to see how much a game costs though, especially like a Batman.
So yeah, let me ask you something.
Like the budget
Batman's
of it?
$20. Oh,
No,
the
I mean
budget.
like the budget.
Oh, to
How
make
much-
it,
yeah.
Because
I think Sony fed them a lot of money. But
Yeah.
I'm curious, like you were in a position in the media, your games media. Do you feel comfortable recommending it to someone?
if they can afford it.
That's
Absolutely.
the thing. I think it's if you can afford. Like that's what I hate talking about. Always
know.
is money, but
Yeah.
in this case, it's a huge investment.
Especially if you don't have the console either.
Yeah, and I shouldn't use the word investment. It's a huge dump.
Yeah, I would recommend it, but I would definitely get the point across. Like, you are buying into new tech. There is risks when you're buying into this kind
Yes.
of thing.
To me, it's a rich man's toy.
Yeah,
You know what
totally.
I mean?
Yeah.
It's totally like
It's
a
like
luxury item, for sure.
It's a luxury item.
Yes.
You don't need it. If you can afford it,
Yeah,
it's amazing.
yeah.
What
I think
happened to
it's
Google Glass?
So novelty.
Remember that thing?
Done. Google.
Oh,
Google.
damn.
said-
Yeah.
It was a lot
Google
of
Glass, the future.
Yeah.
Wait,
Done.
didn't some
Done.
guy you guys used to work with wear one all the time?
Yes.
Jeremy Hoffman.
Someone used to wear it.
Yeah.
That was more like social norms kind of pushed that out because
You can wear it into bars.
Yeah, it wasn't like a
Get outta
technological
here.
barrier because
Yeah.
of costs. Like Google made it seem like everyone wanted one because it was stupid. You can't have it. Only select people can have it. So
Oh, you had to
everyone
be
wanted
like
one.
invited to
But
have one, right?
The more people saw it out in public and stuff, I think people started to realize that's not what we want and stuff.
Yeah.
So as cool as it seemed, that was just like, what's the stupid terms? Technological determinist and social construct. Forgetting
Whoa, look
old,
at this
old
guy.
school terms and stuff. But like it was that,
College
and you were
education
seeing
over
you were
here.
seeing that in action right there.
Yeah.
That despite it looking great on paper, people determine how technology is going to ultimately use. They just rejected it.
Yeah,
And-
that's so scary to be that guy. You know, the guy who's like, "Hey, Google Glass to everybody." You're like, "No, you idiot!" Like, I don't want to be that guy with VR. VR, everybody, and then we look at that video
Oh, as
2
a
years from
journalist,
now.
you mean?
Yeah,
Just don't be a smug idiot about it.
I'm being a smug idiot. I love it, Brad.
And don't
I think it's awesome right now, especially too, because like it's already behind Oculus and Vive technologically.
Yep.
And when PS4 Pro comes out, is that going to help the actual VR headset itself?
It will.
I think
yeah.
stuff will run smoother, maybe.
But then after that, like, what's the next step? A brand new PSVR headset that you're gonna have to buy?
We discussed this on podcast.
Yeah.
My running theory is PS5 has a new headset with it, but not until then.
So
yeah,
We should move on.
yeah.
What's wrong? So what? What, Huber?
It just that seems like a harder sell. Then it seems almost like this is a prototype.
It's definitely a prototype.
it's
into-
new tech.
Dude, using the Move
Into
controllers with this
PS5.
thing, it's
the
like,
consoles
yeah,
were
this
not.
is-
None of these were built around this piece of technology. It's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
With a PC, it's a different story. But like with it coming out, PSVR specifically, PlayStation 4 was not developed around being a VR machine. So that wasn't the crux of it. So it's a little weird. It's always going to be viewed as a peripheral, as a novelty, as an add-on that if you can afford it, try it out. It's not the hook of the system. It's just another bullet point that Sony can point to right now. Like, hey, look at this. You can experience all these games in VR. Just like if you have a PS4 Pro, you can run these games in PS4 Pro mode. Like, it's just like another bullet point. I don't think this is going to be their driving like core thing. Like if a PlayStation 5 ever comes out, I don't think VR is going to be like the center of PlayStation 5.
I want to move on. I want to move on. Here's one thing I don't think you're being fair about, Damiani. The software lineup for PSVR, I think, is very strong. The fact that it comes with a demo disc in the box with so many games to just try out.
That would be incredibly stupid for a piece of technology like this to not include some kind of software bundled in to demonstrate what it is. That's like suicide.
So you're saying it's not smart. It's just they had to do.
They had to do that. That's like suicide.
Standard.
I'm sorry.
No, there's so many cool games to play with the launch of the PSVR.
I'm not denying that there's a good a larger software lineup than you would expect from a new hardware launch, like a new PS4, Wii U, or Xbox One had. Yeah. But someone double check that and let us know if we have to do corrections or not. But
no, all three of those consoles had not great launches.
But PSVR, I think you had to include stuff with that. Otherwise, you just sit there with that hardware, and you're already asking people to put so much money into that. In addition to, for PSVR specifically, you have to have the console ready. So you have to have that $299 PlayStation 4. If you got the Pro down the line, you're listening to this, $399 PlayStation 4 Pro. On top of the price of PSVR, you need to include something for the person to play it, like almost like $600, $700, $800 almost for some people. You have to include something for that.
And the meaty games you still have to buy. You got to buy Batman.
And then all the other stuff. Including
Until Dawn.
Yeah. Well, that's not meaty.
It's meaty.
Okay, I'm ready to move on. We talked about PSVR last week. We talked about it this week. It's time to move on. But that was a totally different spin on it. I really liked that spin of why isn't it bigger in the media. All right, anyway, here's our next question. Allies. Recently, I got a friend at work. I love this scenario. I got a friend at work to start listening to the Easy A podcast. Hey, share the podcast with your friends, like this person right here. Anyway, and since then, we have been thinking up our own game-related questions to ask each other while at work. I love that. Today, I was asked a tricky one. Culture swap. You can pick one game franchise developed in the West and one developed in Japan. The next entry of these game franchises is going to be developed in the other's homeland. So, a Western franchise developed in Japan and Japanese franchise developed in the West. What franchises do you choose? You don't need to specify developer, but you do need to specify why you think that franchise would suit its newly adopted home. Love and respect, D.D. Slauson.
I feel like we did something similar to this at some point earlier.
Not on this podcast. Maybe on Ben's podcast.
Yeah.
It wasn't exactly like this.
Okay.
It was something where you had to pick a game developed by a weird... It was a famous game series, next entry, developed by some weird developer.
Okay, yeah.
You did that, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I like this. I like this culture swap idea.
So... You're not going to give it... We just have to pick?
Just pick any you want out in the world. Yeah. There's no list or anything.
This is a hard-ass question.
I mean, I think I know a Western developer that I'd want to try developing a Japanese series.
Oh, no, what?
Let's hear it.
Just because of the rumors and stuff, it'd be nice to let them try once. Let Retro take a stab at the Zelda series.
Whoa.
Remember that rumor?
Damiani. Yeah, well, I remember a lot of rumors about Retro. None of them turned out to be true.
They never turned out to be true.
So why would you like to see Zelda developed by a Western studio? That's the worst possible answer you could make.
It's not necessarily a Western studio. This happens where Retro is in,
Texas.
In Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
They have proven categorically that they not only can understand the essence of a game series that they had no involvement with previously. Yeah. And they recaptured that. But they can deliver it in either an updated or new perspective and still nail it.
Improve upon it.
Metroid Prime.
Best Metroid game.
Was able, in my opinion, to capture the feeling of Metroid in first person. And then Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze were just like, hey, you remember those Donkey Kong Country games that were cool at the time? They haven't aged well? Look at this. We made platformers.
Haven't aged well.
We made amazing... Donkey Kong Country games haven't aged too well.
What?
They've aged okay.
I still enjoy them, but the graphics on them did not.
You're probably gonna have a better time with Super Mario World than you do with Donkey Kong Country.
Well, yeah.
It's just the graphics look so weird now.
I love the way it looks. I think it holds up.
Because I can see it through the eyes of someone who played it then. Yeah. But to someone who didn't, I can see how bad it looked. Okay. Just because of the aesthetic they chose with the CG rendering. Anyway, Retro's proven themselves. God. So they've done it. And they've been linked to so many rumors of redoing other series. It's Let them try Zelda.
I hate to talk about retro because I'm so excited about what they're making next.
Yeah, I have no idea what they're making next. It's not Zelda, obviously.
Yeah.
Mario.
All right, Hubert, give me a game that's going to be developed in the West.
From the East?
Yep, from Japan.
Can I do the other way around?
Yeah, what do you got?
Call of Duty.
Great effing answer. What is
Duty.
Japan going to do with Call of Duty?
Anime inspired.
Oh my god.
Anime twist.
Yes.
Super stylized.
Uh-huh.
And mechs. Mech suits.
Yes. So Hubert, that's kind of what I want is a Gundam game from the West.
Yeah.
What studio you want to make that?
Let's say Respawn.
Okay.
Just basically is I want a Gundam game where actually feels like I'm piloting a huge Gundam.
Yeah.
I keep seeing like the Gundam Versus stuff, and I get like, hey, there's a ton of Gundams in this. Doesn't feel like, hey, I'm piloting a giant effing robot.
You want some scale in it.
Yes. Give me that scale. Give me that weight.
Like Titanfall doesn't really
Doesn't do that?
give me that feeling.
Okay. Well, I picked Respawn. It's too late. Brad, go ahead. That's why I said West. We're just culture swapping. We don't have to go particular, actually.
I would like to see From Software take a stab at
You went particular, but go ahead.
Dragon Age. I would just see how they'd handle a franchise like that.
Why Dragon Age?
I feel like Dragon Age. For me, it's like there's something there, but it never just quite reaches the level I want it.
Okay.
Especially in gameplay. Mm-hmm. Especially gameplay. I'm just kind of like.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
See, like From Software just turn out. They have a. You look at their history, you're like, okay, these guys know how to make an RPG.
Okay.
I like to see them how they would handle like team-based RPG or something like that.
Cool. Damiani, you got another one? You got another culture swap?
Other
other way around? What are you sending to Japan?
Let's send Mass Effect to Kojima.
Well done. Well done, sir. That game will never be finished. A Mass Effect game? Come on, give him a break.
To
Let
the
him
stars.
sleep. Yeah.
We're going to the stars with Kojima.
Let him sleep, Damiani.
Aliens. I told you.
Yeah. All right, Huber.
I want to send Castlevania.
No, we already did that, man.
They already got one in the West.
That's true. I still want to send it to.
Okay.
All right, we'll do a different one. Skip me. I'll come back to me.
We're skipping Huber.
Okay.
I want to just see like a Western studio that's never made a game like this. I want to see Danganronpa made by Naughty Dog, and just see what the hell they would do with that.
Okay. I imagine a lot of character interactions.
Yeah, I want to see how they would just handle a game like that.
I imagine some great facial capture.
Oh my god,
When you accuse someone of murder,
his
you'll
face
see
would be
it.
so good.
Yeah. You will see that. Okay, I got to pick a game to send to Japan. I'm sending Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Nice.
Japan.
Dude!
Save it.
Love it.
Sega Team.
Save it.
Love it.
Oh,
Kyle.
Sega Team.
Sega Team.
Yes, Sega Team is going to start a
Dude.
Sonic
Sega
Team.
Team.
Yeah, what a Sega Team.
Whoever made Jet Set Radio.
Okay, yeah. Send it to Japan. Fix it, Japan. Huber,
Since the 90s.
you're left. What are you sending to Japan? You're saying Japan can't fix any franchise?
I thought I already did that.
Oh,
one.
you did Call of Duty. What are
Yeah.
you taking from Japan and putting it out west?
It would make everything worse. So no.
Okay. Huber refuses to answer your question.
Make everything worse, man.
I
That's
love
for you, Ben.
I love the idea of two people just shooting dumb Easy A podcast questions at each other all day long at work. That's
Wait, okay, I
that's
got
pretty
one.
fun. Oh, what?
Oh, here we go.
Can I bring someone from Japan and put them in the Western studio?
We'll allow it.
Okay. Mikami goes
He's already done this, by the way.
to Naughty Dog
Oh.
for the Evil Within 2.
Mikami goes to Valve for Half-Life 3.
Yep.
Huber, come on, man. That's you can't.
Evil Within 2, Naughty Dog.
Do we even count the Evil Within as a Japanese game? Does that count?
It's a Japanese team, 100%.
Okay.
That whole team basically was Japanese.
Oh, okay. I really honestly I thought they all were like in North Carolina. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's my bad.
Go for Muso games too. That'd be weird.
All right, let's do one more question, everybody.
Okay.
No, not that one.
All right.
Oh my god.
Okay.
This is tricky. Slapdash.
Slapdash.
Word of the podcast.
I don't want to do any NX questions,
Aw.
just because I have a feeling it's going to get dropped any day. You know, I don't feel comfortable talking NX news at any point.
Nope.
Gotta believe.
Yeah, you gotta believe, Huber.
Sorry, dude. Red Dead.
Burned one too many times.
Later NX. I don't care anymore.
You think Nintendo will pump the brakes? Because like, we don't want to overlap with Red Dead.
Redemption.
Scaring.
That's not coming to PC, is it?
Take this, Super Mario Country, Huber.
Will Red Dead Redemption 2 be on NX?
No.
Will the trailer say available on so-and-so, and NX?
Oh my god. Hubert, you want to talk about Red Dead Redemption 2? There's a whole element we didn't talk about.
Oh gosh.
No PC announcement.
That's what I thought.
That's what you thought?
I just said that to him.
I thought it'd be in like a trailer or something.
They like showed the
They already
platforms,
announced
didn't
platforms. They already announced their platforms.
It was PS4 and Xbox. Was it something else too?
PS4, Xbox One. Yeah.
They'll do it a year later.
They'll do PC a year later.
A year later.
That's their strat, man.
Yeah.
Gotta keep that long.
So NX doesn't have that. No Red Dead Redemption 2.
Probably not.
So much for that third-party support.
They got Chinatown Wars.
Nintendo.
On DS. Did crap.
Chinatown Wars 2.
Chinatown Wars is amazing.
They gave it back to Sony anyway for the PSP.
Yeah, and it lacks all the cool shit like stealing car radios and breaking into cars.
And then Rockstar waved bye-bye to Nintendo and said, see you guys later.
Dude, Nintendo.
Oh, I think did they get like a Bully version or something on Wii?
I think they did.
Oh yeah, there's absolutely a Wii version of Bully. Well done, Damiani. Good pull.
Here you guys go, Nintendo. No one buys your stuff, third party wise.
Nintendo.
Kojima can make you an original IP and want to be bought.
Ooh, here we go. This one's pretty juicy. Hi, allies. Currently, I'm dealing with the worst heartbreak of my entire life. Lost and unbound, I found myself playing through Bayonetta 2 and was in full tears by the final scene. No particular reason, it just felt therapeutic. Are there any games you have played that help you get through a tough time? Any suggestions to help me breathe through this heartbreak? Forever yours, Henry. Love and respect.
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil. Explain
my
that.
comfort food. Because even though I've played, and even though I've finished Resident Evil 1 and 2 300 times, I still have to pay attention when I play. Mm-hmm. To an extent.
Sure.
Can't fully zone out.
Yeah. And that's good for you, you're saying.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm comfortable playing it. I'm not like super focused. It's that right balance of like, I've got everything down, everything memorized, like going easy, everything's chill.
Comfy.
But at the same time, I'm still engaged at all times.
Okay. Good answer. Brad, you got one?
Super Mario World always brings me comfort.
Nice.
It's like you have to pay attention to it, but it's not too stressful on me or anything like that. Nice jolly vibe, like going out through the whole game. Mm-hmm. Oh man, it's so good.
Super Mario Galaxy.
Super Mario Galaxy is great too. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my god.
Yeah, but okay, at some point in Galaxy, you're going to have to get that star for cleaning up the garbage. You don't want to be dealing with heartbreak and that. That's so annoying.
Yeah, Super Mario World, you're just getting the key, worst case.
Yeah.
And if you're feeling like you want a little more challenge, feeling a little better, you go to Star World.
Yeah. Damiani, what's your heartbreak game? What?
He has no
I
heart.
have one.
Why?
I watch Netflix.
Hey, that's an answer, man. What do you watch on Netflix when you're feeling heartbreak?
I marathon a TV series. This makes me forget about everything for like over a day.
What is...
I don't usually have heartbreak that often. But
okay, too cool. All right.
Nothing gets to me.
No,
Nothing gets to me.
I've been dating for a long time, but...
Whoa, date life. Here we go, baby.
That's what you associate with heartbreak, and I haven't had any
bad
family stuff, so, none of that stuff. But whenever I'm not in a good mood, so not as extreme, but not in a good mood or something, having a bad day or something, it's just where I go to escape. Mm-hmm. For whatever reason, games, like, people ask me a lot if I'm having fun when I'm playing games sometimes because of my expressions and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
But it's a different type of satisfaction I'm getting.
Sure.
It's more cerebral, and it is definitely more like, I don't want to say like achievement based, but it's definitely interactive. And it's very like high energy. So when I need to do something that's passive and like chill out, mellow, and kind of like forget things, I escape into like movies or television series because I like forget reality for a while, and I'm like get to see like this is not how the real world is, but like man, this is really cool to like see this other like world and stuff, or a director like presenting me like they think about this stuff too, as presented it through their art, and I'm like Yeah, like just forget about everything, and
I kind of I love binge watching TV shows is something that didn't exist 10 years ago.
Don't get me started. I don't want to get started on this.
Because you just get to be in that world for hours and hours, and it just follows through with it. I love that feeling. You don't want to get started on that?
No, I don't want to
Do you hate binging?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right, man.
I do.
Careful.
Binging TV.
Define.
I think it is like not yet, but I think it is like downgrading television is binging.
No, it's upgrading TV.
No.
TV is better than ever, Huber.
So
Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, week to week, baby.
Stranger Things.
Week to week. Game of Thrones right now.
That's always good to have that.
Yeah, but then you get like
Like,
Netflix shows like Luke Cage. That's cool for a day. Gulp, done. Daredevil, that's cool for a day. Gulp, done. Name one good episode in Daredevil. A specific episode. You can't because you're just devouring it all immediately. The craft of a singular episode is diminished as well because it's all just one big thing.
Wow.
Yep.
I don't know.
I'm against binging right now. I've changed.
I think it matters more to me. In fact, like older shows that have already their time has passed, they're done. The fact that Netflix lets you dive into those, it's not how it was meant to be watched, but there's no way you're not gonna force yourself to wait a week.
Of course.
after something exists.
Yeah, I mean, if that's
so,
of course.
majority of the stuff that like I watch already exists. It's out.
Yeah.
Yes, I do watch the occasional new Netflix show, but I don't think enough. Netflix is definitely the most guilty party.
I'm basically speaking to Netflix.
I think it's very unique to Netflix. I see other Hulu and Amazon trying to do that stuff.
Hulu? Hugh Laurie?
Hulu.
There
Don't
it
you
is.
miss the week-to-week conversation as well?
But that's
like
what,
that's not there.
Game of Thrones and stuff. Like you do
Exactly.
have shows for that. I'm
And
trying to say.
Westworld?
I'm saying outside of Netflix, not enough. I don't think enough other content delivery people have had the success that Netflix has had with the original series that they just dump on you. Like I can point to like House of Cards and their Marvel series. What are their other
Stranger
series?
Things.
And Stranger Things. That was a good
Orange
one.
is the New Black.
And that, dude, Stranger
Orange
Things.
is the New Black
is
existed
huge.
before that, though, right?
What? No, they dumped it.
Was it?
It's all Netflix.
Stranger Things was like the biggest thing of all time for 1 second.
No, it's still big,
Gone.
baby.
The other thing,
Wait till you see
real
these
quick,
Halloween costumes
the
this year.
binge thing that they're finding out, and I agree with, it forces them to be shorter because the shorter they are, the better they can be. Because
You mean a season of television?
their season.
That's for
sure.
Especially the Marvel stuff. Every single one of the Marvel series
It's
I've
too
watched,
long.
they're too long by a few
It's
episodes.
too
They
long.
need that 8 is a very good mark.
Trim the fat.
Agree.
That 8.
100% agree.
Because
I have no qualms
Damiani shared so much of a rare personal moment,
Yeah, Damiani.
I feel obligated to match it. I'll give you my Heartbreak game. What is the year? 2011 for
Yeah, I'm
Skyward
kind of an
Sword?
asshole. I'm
Is it
sorry.
Skyward Sword?
Oh.
2011,
You
yeah?
binge watching.
Big breakup. Heartbreaking breakup. 2011. It's time to buy Skyward Sword for myself. I don't own a Wii at the time. Gotta go buy a Wii.
Wait, you didn't own a
This
Wii when
explains
Skyward
stuff.
Sword came out?
This explains
didn't.
so much stuff.
Yeah. Because I sold
No
my
N64?
Wii. I sold my Wii when I got my
Reveal
Who
the-
PS3.
is this guy?
So I had a Wii for the first couple of years, and I sold it to get Metal Gear Solid 4.
Mr. Nintendo over
Mr.
here?
Yeah.
Mr. Handheld Nintendo.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I sold my Wii, and so I had to buy one back. And
Boy, I bet you felt dumb doing
played
that.
Skyward Sword. No, I didn't feel dumb at all. I had a blast playing through Skyward Sword. Probably a big factor and one of the reasons why it's my favorite Zelda. Just went hard into it, and absolutely remember when the Nintendo logo shows up at the end.
Oh.
Tears. For some reason, just that moment at the end. Oh my God, Link and Zelda. Oh, that
Now
game's
we
so
know
good.
the moment in time that
Right-handed.
we can time travel back to
Yeah.
and hand Kyle a different Zelda game to play.
Yeah, so I think I actually played it in 2012. I think I played it in 2012. So you want me to play a different game as my Heartbreak
We're gonna
team?
Yeah.
slide in a different
Slide
Zelda
in.
game that you haven't
Sliding
played.
a Link to the
Sliding a Link
Past.
to the
And
Past.
then it's like his favorite game ever.
You're crying and the sprites look better
so
than the tears. The sprites look so good. We'll get you like an SD TV so it looks
Yeah.
normal.
Oh yeah.
Oh, even though it's not going to be on it real quick,
What?
I cannot wait to see in person the NES Mini because they said the emulation is way better
Yes.
than the Virtual Console.
I kind of want
so
one now.
It looks right.
Yes.
Kind of.
I can't wait to see that like those games again if it replicates what it used to look like on SD TVs. That
No,
would be
it
so
won't.
good.
It won't. be like it was, but it'll be better.
It's got filters.
Closer.
It's got filters.
Yeah,
It'll be better,
closer.
but it's still the best to play an SD TV for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you haven't lived to.
But it's HDMI out only.
Yeah,
The mini. So yeah, Brad, we can't. Sorry, man.
You haven't lived.
you gotta get the old
You
system.
haven't lived till you played Genesis and Super Nintendo on SD TV.
Yeah.
What if there's plenty of people who will live fine without doing either of those
No.
things. They will live fine.
No.
That's like, you better experience it before you can't experience it anymore. It's very important.
Dude, I was looking at
Very
TVs
important
recently.
to gaming.
I was
What, are you
thinking
looking
about
at
buying
4K
one.
TVs?
No.
Oh, you're looking at SD TVs.
Yes, I was like thinking about. I was like
That's
trying to do some
sick,
research.
That I need
Too
to actually.
cool.
I keep putting it off because I think it's
Dude,
gonna be
come
around
on,
forever.
man. Respect the
I
legacy.
need to buy an SD TV and a VHS player before they're just so super expensive because they're not
Yeah.
manufacturing anymore. Because
Brad, how much is one?
jeez,
What TVs?
How much is an SD TV?
They're not that bad. Like
Because other-
you can get one for like
they're
less than $100 or $100.
Going-
I'm
That's
just
Still too much.
I'm doing
Honestly,
research.
that's too much.
Well, I mean, depends how big you get or something
Going
like that.
4x3 on a HD TV helps a little bit.
Yeah,
Set it
but
to 4x3.
really, honestly,
Because of
pixels look
progressives.
different. Sprites
Yeah,
look
they do.
different.
They look
Progressives
different.
can-
Yeah.
And
The,
the interlaced on HD TV is
Back to that Heartbreak question too.
Yeah, what's wrong?
So many things remind me of the Heartbreak. You know, if it's like a relationship thing, or like when I watch movies or TV, there's so many like the smallest little thing can remind me of the Heartbreak.
Yeah.
So during like a bad heartbreak for me, that is when I dove hardcore into horror and like crime movies, because a lot of crime movies are like singular protagonist, like, you know, doing one last job. Like those on the edge characters or like horror movies.
Because you're relating to that on the edge character?
Or like
there's like no chance of him being reminded of
Yeah.
the stuff that will.
So there's no fluffy romance, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's all
Got
different.
it.
Maybe that's where like the deep hatred of
Man.
comedy movies came from too.
Because all that smooching at the end.
Psychoanalyzing
Well, they're all the
myself.
same movie. That's why
Yeah.
too.
Now he was
We're friends. Wait, we're not friends anymore.
Jeez.
We're friends again.
That's me.
Hey.
All right, it's now time for bets, gentlemen. Last week's bet, we're looking at Skylanders Imaginators reviews on OpenCritic.com. Of 10 reviews, how many times would we see the word crash?
Crash.
Great.
10 times.
Jones, bet 9. Huber, you bet 10 times. Bloodworth played it safe with 7. I also bet 9.
Give me that high number.
The actual number of times in the top 10 most recent reviews at OpenCritic is 19.
Yes!
Get this though. I was going through the 10 reviews, 10 most recent reviews. There's a not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Oh
There was a
my God.
website called the Cubed 3. 11 mentions of Crash.
Oh
11 mentions.
Yeah.
11?
Jones and I were winning. We were winning up until this guy shows up and says 11. Why?
Collusion.
Thanks, bud.
Collusion.
Wrecked.
They watch Easy 8.
I can't believe that happens. I guess we would have tied with Bloodworth. Man, 11 times. So, Huber, you win. We'll get to that.
Nice.
Let's do next week's bet. Oh, yeah, I was supposed to do next week's bet first anyway. This week's bet brought to you by Michael Huber, his own suggestion.
Ah,
Huber, what's next week's bet?
Battlefield 1 releases officially this Friday. There's
Yep.
already some reviews out there, though.
Oh. Did you already invalidate this bet?
I've read 0 reviews.
Okay, all right.
The only information I know is my review.
This is why I don't do this.
I know nothing.
Okay,
I promise.
All right.
I have not laid a single eye
all right.
He's
on
a liar.
anything other than my review.
Okay, I don't like it. Go ahead.
How many times on OpenCritic
Yep.
will the first 10 reviews of
I think we did 12.
12 reviews of Battlefield 1 use the word harrowing?
Great.
Harrowing.
Damiani.
I wanted to use the word, but I stopped myself.
Good man.
3.
Great. Huber.
Go low.
4.
Brad.
3.
Let me lock. Oh, no, sorry. God.
Hey, lock him with El Cal. Yeah.
Slapdash, baby. I also said 4.
Whoa,
We have
swing
2
him
bets in
low.
here. Let me lock those in.
That means double points.
Yeah, well, I mean, just for the record, all three of you are going for green lizards. It's not a thing where we do a replacement of that for Jones. Okay, so the total score right now is Red Eagles 17, Green Lizards 13.
You didn't do your caw when you said your name.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really, honestly, I never want to read this off my laptop again. I miss Jones's sheets.
Botchamania.
I miss the sheets. I miss buckled. I really do. I don't like botch.
Well, you gotta say botchamania.
We used to say buckled, and now we just say botched. It's like, oh, no.
Buckle was the GT era.
Okay, all right. We're moving on, I guess. I don't like botch, though. It's such a negative word. Huber.
Buckle is like everything's breaking down.
Yeah. You've won the right and responsibility to share your Twitter handle. You get to promote any Easy Eyes video you choose. You get to have the final word on anything you've disagreed with or simply want to reiterate. And you get to sign off with your trademark sign-off. Go.
I'm at Michael P. Huber. I want to apologize to Damiani if I came off aggressive. He was talking about, like, you know, going through a tough time binging shows, and here I
come. And you're just like, fuck
personal vendetta against him.
Yeah, you absolutely did.
I apologize.
Did not come off that way at all. Don't worry, man. Okay. Did not come that way.
Check out. I'm going to promote our streams again on Twitch.
Okay.
Just the jolliest, safest, coziest place on the internet to watch and talk about video games.
Where can I see those?
Our Easy Allies Twitch, twitch.tv/Easy Allies. Come hang out. It's a joy. It's a blast. We're streaming every single day.
Weekday.
Don't you have to promote a specific stream then?
Not specific.
All of them.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just come and you'll find something you like. I tuned in for little Boston v. Wozniak the other day.
Watch them lose.
Little did I know, I'd be listening to Yoshi's Woolly World soundtrack the very next day.
Good. That was so good.
Incredible.
That's a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Just little moments like that, dime a dozen on the streams. So I just want to promote those.
Cool.
Yeah. That's it. Love and respect. Stay jolly. Red Dead Redemption. Get ready.